Los Angeles. Last stop in town before I hit the road. And it was hot.
Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in.
Long when came in candidly. But the prettiest young thing I ever saw. And she was hot.
Our coverage of the NFL brings us to the southern end of the Tar Heel State and to this beautiful venue, Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Today, an exciting battle in the NFC between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. Fitzgerald all set to get this one started. And we're off and running from Charlotte. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And a nice start here on 1st down. He gets him 6 before the stop is made.
The cool thing about a drive starting to run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Second down, it's Etienne. And he won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ballgame.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, that came at the perfect time.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings, because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There was not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
1st down now, ball at the 33.
43 rail. Set, ready, set, cut.
Straight to the air here, it's Young. Escapes the pocket. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. And we're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script. Brock test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah. That could be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
Ready.
So still 10 to go on 2nd from the 33-yard line.
Let's go now.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Forced out to his right. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Saints get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. 1st and 10 from the 32. Pressure coming, it's Shuck. He put everything he had into this one. They get it right back, that's intercepted. T.C. Horn to pick it off. And the Panthers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Must be paying these guys a day rate, not hourly rate because it took them just one play to answer interception for interception. We're right back basically to where we were 2 snaps ago, but with a whole lot of excitement in between.
Young on 1st and 10. Complete. It's Trevor Etienne. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
That's good for the Panthers.
First down, Young. Pass brought in by Tedero and McMillan. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag. Young working from the gun. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
At the same spot after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Sticking to the air, it's Young. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
If this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Here we go, set, blue striker. Ready?
3rd and long for him here. He rolls to his right. To the left side, Sanders has it. And this one won't get there. It looked good, but the stop is made just before he could get the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So the field goal team stays sidelined. They're going to go for this.
Set, hut.
They're going for it, Young. Got a man, and Horn has it. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal. Here's Young again. On the move, headed right. And they take this in for the score. The Panthers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Bryce Young touchdown. Fitzgerald up and good on the PAT. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Shuck now on 1st down. Escapes the pocket. And he'll work this one up to the 28. Tackle made on the play by the rookie from Texas A&M. That's Nick Scorton.
Positive that effort. He didn't go backwards. Didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That tackle made by Princely Umami-Ellen.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He's going deep. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
For the Saints. First down. A gain of 40 yards. And the
Here's
Saints.
shot, 1st and 10. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
Shot working from the gun. Going for his back, but it's incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure of earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
60 by 6, 60 by 6.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Bails out of the pocket quick. Firing it deep, left side. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Panthers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Hey, we know in this league, takeaways are a big deal, but you get interception and chunk yards with it. That is a gold star effort.
Set, ready. Red, cycle. Cut, cut.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On 2nd and 10, Young. Finds him on the crossing route. It's a race down the right side. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Ultra, ultra. Ready, set.
That's complete. Dialing up McMillan again. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now they turn to their rookie from Georgia for the first time. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
Anticipating the pass, defense out there in dime. It's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Young. And he scores. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers parlay the interception into points. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points.
Saints nothing.
Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 9. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. He is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. So 20 yards on that play. And that's good for a Saints 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10. Here's Shuck. Connection made. Travis Etienne. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. So that's one quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. The scoreboard reads 13-0. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're looking at 2nd and 4. Kamara running out of the gun. And he's down to almost, no, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, New Orleans.
Now Shuck to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Isaiah Simmons picks it off. We have seen this happen before, partner. 3 interceptions in a row. We're going to spare the quarterbacks who've done it. Not going to mention any names, but, man, not a list that he wanted to join.
Yeah, he probably stopped throwing the ball. Like, stop throwing the ball. Did I say that out loud?
That was out loud. Yeah. Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Ultra. Go up. Come on. Hut.
Here's ETN to begin the drive. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Diamonds on me fight, Nick and Reese, I can Tina. Orange with your meal on me dancing just like Bia. Going against Gliss, I wouldn't wanna be
Lane switcher, shape shifter, go grill.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now.
Black, red. Set hut. Fury. 60 red. 6. Mega. Set hut.
Now it's Young. He beams one deep right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Buys time, rolling right. Making right, airs it out down the sideline. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, it kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood in midfield.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Back to work after throwing the pin. Low and bounces short of his man. Looking for his wide receiver there. So 2nd down coming up.
Isaiah Simmons there defensively.
Shotgun snap to Shuck. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. Brought in inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints start to fight back with their first points of this game. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Saints get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot.
On the set.
So 1st down from the 41. Shotgun snap now to Young. This is caught downfield by Horn. Running down the left side. To the house. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers go up by 12. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
And he's into the end zone for 2. That sets him up with a 14-point lead. No dice the first time they tried it, but this time, Brock, the 2-point conversion is successful.
Just felt like they were waiting for the right opportunity to try it once again. Not only to make up for the first attempt, but establish a little confidence from this spot. And who knows, maybe we'll have a 2-pointer that plays a bigger role when this thing's all said and done.
First and 10, Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. Chuck now from the gun. Connects on the crosser. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
First down.
Throwing, Chuck. Chased out to his right. It's a big strike to him. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
First down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
70 Lions. Let's go.
From the red zone now. And he's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints make it a one-score game in the first half. The extra point. Here's Smith. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Saints 14.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, first and 10.
Seal, black, yellow, 43. Ready?
From the pistol, it's Young. He's throwing deep to the left side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That was Tataroa McMillan he was looking for. So it'll be second down.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Played it over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Here's first and 10 from the 47.
Ready.
Now he gives to ETN running right. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
That's why you often see some mix, some high-percentage pass plays on first and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation, a chance to stack them up for second and long.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Young working from the gun. Short pass brought in. And they got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Ready?
Here's ETN on first down. Still has some space inside the 35. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers take a 13-point lead. This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers double their lead to 14. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Brown with a return here. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints make it a one-score game in the first half. Tyreek Hill a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Saints chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Green Jack. Check, huh?
Young looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Ready. Striker, ready.
Well, Brock, a lot of scoring so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. It's the Panthers in front here at Bank of America. Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. They go right back to ETN. And he'll be right near the line to limit the game to a yard. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Come on, ready.
Back to throw. Here's Young. Into the hands of his running back, ETN. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Goes to the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 7.
10 seconds.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
ETN on 3rd down. And he's able to get this down to the 36. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps these drive moving.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
That's 52 blocks.
Going to the ground again on 1st. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Marshawn Lattimore up in the secondary for the stop.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
A gain of 2.
On 3rd down, it's Young. Throwing the out route complete. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
Henderson on the tackle. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Young to throw it. He's got it at the 6. as he gets this down to the 4.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
Ready, set.
That's good for a Panthers first
Commit,
down.
right, set. Hut.
ETN. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Jackrabbit.
Offense in the hurry up here.
Wow,
Gain
10.
of 3. Brings up second and goal.
Gets it again. And this time the defense rallies to him. He's stopped for a loss. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 3rd and goal now from the 6 after that last play.
Drill green. Ready. 50, green. Hut, hut.
Now Young. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers will add to their lead at the end of the half. This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Panthers double their lead to 14. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything.
19, sorry, 19.
Back to throw it. He's going to have this one down to the 37. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Reed now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Set.
Out of the gun, Young. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
3rd and just 2 to go.
Set. 33, ready.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Got a man, and Horn has it. And that short gain is enough for a new set it down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 46.
Again, it's Young. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. That's good for a couple of yards. And that's good for a Panthers first.
That's good for a Panthers
Here we
first
go.
down.
Ready.
Looking to throw, Young. Hits his running back. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Here we go. Set.
It's Young to throw here on 1st. Sends this to the end zone. And oh, he got it! Interception! That's Julian Blackman.
Well, they're in danger of going back to somebody who's already done damage in this game. He makes himself, well, he's a top target, but he makes himself a priority for this defense to defend, and they jumped on that opportunity.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
So at the 20, here's 2nd and 10. Shot working from the gun. Catch made over the middle, and he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. 3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. It's complete. This is Olave. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, and there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
And this is going to take him off and across midfield there at the opposing 45. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Saints, first down. A gain of 21.
To throw again here, it's Shuck. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a Saints first down.
That's another Saints first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down.
Shuck now from the gun. And this one is launched downfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints start the second half with some needed points. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That one right down the middle. And the Saints chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he's going to elect not to bring this one out. So no run back this time. We'll pick things up from the 35.
Their own 35-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Sit, 50, green. Black ultra. Ready, ready.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Escapes out to the left. Great work by the coverage downfield. Buys him enough time to catch him outside the pocket. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Ready, break. Green jack. Down, set.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Caught quickly on the slant. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Offensive line fast.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd.
And the throw here on 3rd. Is incomplete. He keeps feeding it to his back, but this one, a rare miss. That's going to bring up 4th down. Carolina in punt formation. Hauls in this punt at the 8. And a big hit on the return to stuff it cold.
At their own 19-yard line.
Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Shuck. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
That's Hill on the slant. He's going to get this up to about the 28. Very close to picking up that first down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. It's not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. complete beyond the marker. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans. Throwing it again here. And put everything he's got behind it. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered feed on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
On 2nd and 10 now, here's Shuck. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Short pass brought in. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he... Make an impact play.
1st and 10 from the 43.
Let's go.
Sticking to the air here. Caught by his back. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Saints first down.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
1st and 10 from the 32. They run it from the gun with Kamara. He has room past the 25. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. 10 yards on the
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Completed to his running back. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
No run here, ETN. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Saints' ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. Trying to get it on the keeper. He cuts it right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints now trail by just a point in the 4th. So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
at their own 35-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Check. Hut.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Second and 3.
7 yards on that last play, so this is second and 3. Young throwing here. It's grabbed inside the 30. He takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take a fourth-quarter lead. And I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olson would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Now Fitzgerald on the handle the kickoff. Brown with a return here. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. First call here coming from the shotgun. Shuck. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
It's second down.
Here we go. 70 Lions.
Shuck to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. Space past the 35. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
And the Saints, first down.
First and 10. Here's Shuck. Hits his running back. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Offense in a hurry up here.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second
Shuck
and
looking to pass here.
at the 47-yard line.
Finds him on the slant. And they make the tackle at the 38. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Saints.
Here's Shuck, first and 10. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, so this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Well, best of luck here. It's 4th and a considerable distance.
Go!
Desperation time here. Taking a chance to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone.
Well, Kate, it's far from the first time we've seen him throw into the wrong team, but this one was probably the most costly.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Young. They did it! He made the interception! That's Julian Blackman. And the Saints have some new life in the 4th.
Not just a bad decision, frankly. It really is a quarterback in this moment of the game. You got to know it's not a time to take a risk. Cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
They give on second to Kamara. Good running there to get around 6, but now they've got third down. Offense up to the line fast.
At the 6-yard line. A 7-yard gain on the play.
Back to throw it. Escapes the pocket. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on third down. They've got themselves a first and goal.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
It's caught right side by Johnson. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. Trying again from the 2. It's second and goal. On play action, here's Shuck. Flushed out of the pocket. No one open on that play, so he's going to check this to another county.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for third and goal. He's back to throw. He will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints kick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone, so we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Ready, yellow, 50, green, set.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. To the left side, Sanders has it. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
The throw here on first. Finds him over the middle. He's got it in the red zone. And the stop is made 3 yards.
Just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Okay,
They take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but they can touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal.
set, huh?
They'll run, ETN. They'll bring him down after a pretty short game.
Let's go.
Looking quickly here. Here's another for him. And this time he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers jump in front late. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown, and they just win the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
Brown with a return here. Making some progress here. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps him get right back into a good field position now to start the most important series yet of this game.
The right side, cut by Olave. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. Setting up to pass. Trying to push deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints cut it to a point late in this one. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean into his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Ready, cut.
On the ground to begin this drive with Etienne. Only finds a couple of yards of space. It's 2nd down. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw. Forced out to his right. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual-threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Etienne gets it. And he'll make his way through for a pick of a 4. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line. He'll look to throw it. Oh my goodness, it's intercepted! And the Saints have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day.
Just how many times do these games at this level, Kate, come down to plays like this? In the end, you don't want to be the team making the mistakes. You want to be the one capitalizing on them. Now this offense has got a chance to do so.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Shotgun snap to Shuck. Now be caught by his back, Kamara. And they get the 1st down. This also moves him into range, Brock, for a potential game-winning field goal.
That's good for the Saints. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's a give inside to Kamara. On the move, past the 40. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. They're quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's 1st down. They'll give this up the middle to Etienne. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
Saints, 1st down. A gain of 12. And the Saints, 1st down.
Man, this has been such a great game. Nobody is ready for it to end just yet. After 4 quarters, we're headed to overtime. And in overtime here, Brock, I know you love this one. A touchdown, no longer an instant victory. No matter the outcome of that opening series, the other side gets the football with a chance to then tie or win it. And if we're tied after those 2 drives, we'll play on until there's another score or time expires.
Ryan Fitzgerald.
It's a new look to NFL overtime. Let's see how this plays out as we get underway with some bonus football. Brown with a return here. He's got a lane up past the 30. And work already half done thanks to that run back. They're taking over at midfield.
Well, for a second there, Kate, kind of looked like, didn't it? They might not even need an opening drive of overtime. It wouldn't have won it for him anyway had he scored. But they are sure happy to take this field position, and they got to maximize it.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it's second down coming up. Pistol snap here to Shuck. Hits him on the out route. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. The big play, that's him 17 yards. And that's good for a Saints first down. All right, so an important landmark crossed on that play. They're inside the red zone now, partner. Now, new overtime rules mean they can't win it with a touchdown, but more times than not, a touchdown does ensure they don't lose it on the next series either.
Yeah, and you do all this work, all this heavy lifting to get into the red zone, it's got to be a touchdown, and that's all you're thinking offensively. You are not going to feel good coming off the field if you got to settle for 3. There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Here we go.
Kamara running out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped after a pickup of 9, and that's going to make it 1st and goal.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Here's a design run. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. And that'll leave them with just 1 remaining in overtime. Design quarterback run here. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Saints pull in front. They broke out the design run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, KQB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
Well, in past years, this game would have been over on that score. But starting this year, their opponents get to respond as we are back underway.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now it's his turn in overtime. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody.
Yeah.
And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
A 2nd down throw for Young. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
This is caught downfield by Horn. And he's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage. Sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st and 10, it's Hubbard. And he's going to be encouraged out of bounds there with a pickup of 4 and 2nd and 6.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Trying it right side with Etienne. And they take it across the goal line for a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers slice the lead down to a couple.
Let's see, Kate. I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What we could call this, other than simply splendid?
Here's Young to the line now. His guys going for 2. All right, they're going to throw for it. And they draw just the right throw, and it ties this game for them. That's the 3rd time they've gone for 2, and now their 2nd conversion, so they've done pretty well in that spot today, partner.
Oh, come on, Kate. You know better than that. Even though they're 2 for 3, you know what every old salty coach is going to say.
You should have gotten all 3 of them.
Bingo! Any team that's willing to go for it expects to find success every single time.
Brown with a return here. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Here's Etienne to begin the drive. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Offense is hurrying, time running down. On 2nd down, it's Etienne. And he used all the space he had. Got him around 8. That sets up 3rd down. Working quickly here.
He was brought down by Ja'Cory Bennett.
They go right back to Etienne. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. As they'll be left with just 1 more to work with here in OT.
These aren't the plays that will lead highlight reels, but they're the ones that win you ball games. What a nice gain by the back. And now his offense can go in any number of directions on 1st and 10.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Back to 60. Back to 60. 7 Lions. 7 Lions. 19 Lions.
Shock working from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the tackle at the 38. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. Running behind center with Kamara. A lot of traffic up the middle there, and he's bounced outside and nabs him 7. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Whistles and a timeout. 4 seconds left in OT, so this is assuredly their final snap of this extra frame. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shock running the sneak. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain. And they'll take a timeout with just a single second left on the clock in overtime. Oh, this is going to be close, and it's no good. He hooked it too far left. And even after an extra frame, this game is going to end in a tie. So to the chagrin of everybody who came to watch, Brock, home and visiting fans alike, we're going to leave here without a winner or a loser. After 4 quarters and overtime of evenly matched football, this game concludes in a tie.